Get on the fucking ground now! I'll fucking kill you!
Take your hands out of your pockets. What is that?
Because I had a bullet in my pocket, but it wasn't like it's not like I'm planning anything. My only intentions were to shoot up this.
Polis, okul saldırganlarını çoğu zaman iş işten geçtikten sonra yakalar. Peki ya trajediden saniyeler önce yakaladıklarında ne olur? Bu videoda bunun 3 örneğini ele alacağız. İlk olarak 15 yaşındaki Devon Thompson ile başlayalım. 18 Temmuz 2023'te polis, iki rakip futbol takımı arasında silahların da dahil olduğu bir kavga çıktığına dair bir ihbar aldı. Olay yerine gelen polis memurları kalabalığa ateş açan bir öğrenciyle karşılaştı.
Hey, shoot! Shot fired! Shot fired! Holy shit! Stand up! Grab the gun! Fucking gun! Dailies! Run into the dailies!
Bu noktada polis memurları saldırganın sadece beyaz tişört giydiğini tespit edebilmişti. Onu takip ederken silahını bırakması için ellerinden geleni yaptılar ancak öğrenci uyarılara uymayınca memurlar güç kullanmak zorunda kaldı.
Don't you fucking move! Got it? Grab him. You got him? Yeah. Stupid mother. Somebody handcuff him. Handcuff him. I ain't got handcuffs. Neither do I. Mine's on the other guy. Put him on. You're hit? Who's hit? He. Where are you hit? My head. Your head? Yes. Hold on. Aim in my head. And right here. Where? On your hip? Yeah. Where? Hey, is that the gun? Yes. His gun's on him. Did you shoot yourself? No, you shot me.
Hapse götürülmeden önce Thompson kalçasından vurulduğunu ve alnından sıyrık şeklinde bir yara aldığını söyledi. Bu durumda polis memurları birer sağlık görevlisi gibi müdahale etmek zorunda kaldı.
Hey, give me your shears.
I know. I got a. Here's my tourniquet, Phil.
Here. Hey, I'm sorry. I gotta pull your pants down.
Where's the firearm?
Right
It's
here.
on him.
Grab it.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Here's my tourniquet. He's in his hip.
Devon Thompson, aralarında okul arazisinde silah ateşlemek, okul arazisinde ateşli silah bulundurmak ve gizli silah taşımak gibi çeşitli ağır suçlamalarla yargılandı. Neyse ki bu polis memurları daha fazla masum insanı incitmeden önce onu durdurmayı başardı. Peki ya saldırgan silahıyla birlikte binanın içine girmeyi başarırsa ne olur? İşte sıradaki olayda bu yaşanıyor. Sıradaki olaya geçmeden önce eğer video hoşunuza gittiyse kanalıma abone olursanız ve bir beğeni bırakırsanız çok sevinirim. 8 Mart 2022'de Şerif Departmanı bir ihbar aldı. TikTok'ta paylaşılan bir videoda bir lise öğrencisinin okula dolu bir silah getirdiği görülüyordu.
Do you know what this kid looks like? Get his backpack too. Are you? Come on. Sir? You know what I want to talk to you about? You don't know? Okay. All right. Do me a favor. Keep your hands out of your pockets for me. Okay. Take your backpack off for me. All right. So somebody reported that they have a photo of you, and in the photo it looks like there's some sort of a weapon sticking out of a pocket, or take your hands out of your pockets.
Polis, çocuğa okula silah getirdiğine dair bir ihbar aldıklarını söyler. Bu sözlerin ardından çocuk hemen ellerini cebine atar. Bu hareket, üzerinde hiçbir şey olmadığını göstermek için yapılmış olabilir. Fakat aynı zamanda polisleri yanıltmaya yönelik bir girişim de olabilir. Sorun şu ki, polisler silahın varlığından emindir. Çünkü sadece birkaç saat önce internete yüklenen videoda silah açıkça görülmektedir.
Do me a favor, just lift your sweatshirt up. Turn around for me. Turn around again. Lift your sweatshirt up again. What is that? Relax. Okay? Anything else I need to be concerned about?
There's a mag in it, it's not popped.
Is it?
And there is a mag inside of my book.
What kind of gun is it?
It's a 9mm. Check it out, it's not loaded. It has the mag in it, but it's not popped back.
Alright, don't move.
Almost got jumped 2 days ago.
Polisler sonunda silahı çocuğun pantolonunun bel kısmında fark ederler. Konuşmanın başlarında öğrenci üzerinde hiçbir şey olmadığını göstermeye çalışmıştı. Ancak polislerin onu kandırmaya çalıştığını anlamaları uzun sürmedi.
So, this back door. I'm not going to parade you through the gym, but we're going to go to my office and we're going to do the investigation. Okay? Hey, coach, grab this bag for me.
16 yaşındaki genç okul arazisinde silah bulundurmak, silah hırsızlığı ve gizli silah taşıma suçlarından yargılandı. Bu çocuk yakalandığını anladı ve teslim oldu. Peki ya polisler hiç yanlış yapmadığını düşünen bir potansiyel saldırganla karşılaşırsa ne olur?
There's no law against that. Bringing a gun on the school property, there's no law. Like, there's no statute.
2 Mayıs 2023'te polis, kafeteryada bir kurşun bulunduğuna dair gelen ihbar üzerine bir liseye geldi. Tüm okulu aramaya almak için okulun tamamını kilitleyerek soruşturmaya başladılar ve işte tam o sırada polisler Nolan Rosen ile karşılaştı.
Oh,
Somebody find something you know about?
because I had a bullet in my pocket, but it would like it's not like I'm planning anything.
Oh,
I
okay.
dropped
Wait,
it on
so
the ground.
you okay?
But I didn't know I'm not allowed to bring a bullet.
Okay. Okay, why don't you come? He's gonna come with me.
Wait, I'm not like a school shooter.
Okay. And I'll let you go with me. Okay? So much for I got him. I go upstairs with one of them with him.
If I was a school shooter, I wouldn't tell you. No, I didn't.
I understand. Today's day and age, you know, they gotta be very too safe. That's
Well, everybody gotta be careful. No. Well, I have a 22 Henry rifle.
Okay.
Henry rifle.
Gotcha.
And I'm kind of like sentimental about it.
Oh,
So I use it. I don't shoot it, but I use it as like a comfort thing, kind of. That makes sense.
well, let me ask you this while I got you right here. And just be honest with me. You didn't bring any gun into school, did you?
No.
That's the only. You only had one round.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Got it.
wouldn't like bring a gun into school.
No, okay, I know. But
That's not my intention.
you know I gotta ask though, right?
Was there a bullet found though? Because it's gotta be the reason we're doing all this. Because go straight to the main office.
Okay.
No, but I'm just letting you know, like I didn't want to cause any problems or any trouble.
Right. No, I understand.
Eşlik edilirken Rosen silahının olduğunu ve bunun sadece kendisini rahatlatmak için olduğunu söyler. Polis ona silahı okula getirip getirmediğini sorar ve Rosen tabii ki hayır der. Ardından okula mermi getirmekle ilgili bir yasa olmadığını söyleyerek kendini savunmaya çalışır. Fakat polisler onun hikayesinin bundan çok daha fazlası olduğunu keşfetmeden önce bu açıklamaya fazla devam edemez.
Can you put that Gatorade down real quick? Of course. All right, just turn around, face over here real quick. Put your hand on that table for me.
Oh, I got more bullets. I got 2.
Okay, don't put your hand in your pocket. Just keep your hands on the table. Just put them on the table. Just put them on the table for me real quick, okay? So I'm gonna have to search you.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get there. Okay.
Literally, if I thought I was doing anything wrong, I wouldn't bring.
I got you. You just know in today's day and age you can never be too safe, right? Especially in the school environment, that's all.
And this is your book bag, the black one. The one I'm searching. Right there.
Okay, that's all of them?
Yeah.
All right, so I do gotta continue searching, that's all. So,
Literally,
I'm gonna look this up.
22 rifles, not even assault. Not even assault.
Your favor, kick your shoes off for me. If you don't mind, if you could take your bandana off from as well.
Yeah. It would raise a concern, but I'm really scared about that stuff, like school shooters too. I'm like very, it makes me anxious too that anyone can just walk into school and shoot it up. So I'm like,
You worry about that?
Yeah, I worry about that stuff a lot sometimes.
made you bring those with you today?
Just because literally it makes me feel comfortable. It's like the only reason.
Having those with you makes you comfortable?
I mean, well, I had the rifle earlier, and I must have forgot they were in my pocket.
Earlier where?
Did you drive here?
Yeah. But I have literally no like, bad intentions of anything. I just carry a rifle around because it's like comfortable and it's not illegal.
Polisler Nolan'a bir kez daha silah getirip getirmediğini sorarak baskı yapmaya devam eder ve bu sefer Nolan arabasında bir tane olduğunu itiraf eder.
Yeah, of course. Well, not of course. Like I don't carry it all the time, but I just literally carried it in my car. Like I don't bring it into school.
Is there a gun in your car right now?
Yeah.
Let's go out.
So you'll stay.
Yeah.
They're in my bag.
Is
It's
there?
not an assault rifle. It's literally a .22 Henry repeating rifle
I didn't ask.
for small game.
I just want to know if you have one there.
Not meant to kill people.
Polisler Nolan'ın araba anahtarını bulduktan sonra dışarı çıkarak arabasını aramaya başlarlar.
Say he's 18.
Oh, you got a little. Yeah, he's 18, so
Yeah.
I don't know
I don't.
what the
I guess Lynn can.
higher ups want to do. They want to take him out of here in cuffs.
Yeah, I'd say Ralph.
Yeah, I mean, he's 18.
He's 18.
I give him his due process. You can come in with me, Todd, and then it's a gun in a school.
You want?
This is the single?
This is the one that we found.
Nolan 18 yaşında bir yetişkin olduğu için polisler onu kanuna göre tutuklayabilir.
Is this something that's been going on a long time? Are you just hyper aware of the news and what's going on around you?
No, I literally just have a rifle because I got it for my birthday.
Right, but then you said it like gives you comfort and you worry about school shooters and stuff, right?
Well, I don't bring it because they're school shooters. I carry it around with me because it's extra safety caution. I know that if I have it, I don't have to worry about being attacked or anything like that.
Okay. Alright. Parents know how you feel about this stuff or not?
No, I don't bring the rifle because I'm like assuming I'm gonna have to use it. I just bring it because first of all it looks cool, and second of all it's like the comfort thing. The gun's in my car. Before I brought the gun, I'm pretty sure I was allowed to bring it. Like I don't think there was anything saying I'm not allowed to bring it.
Okay, I got you.
But I know it's like
Are you a senior?
in the modern age this is bad.
Are you a senior?
Yeah, no, junior.
Junior? Okay, how old are you?
17.
Gotcha.
18, sorry.
You're 18?
Yeah.
Sonra müdür gelir ve Nolan'ı ofisine götürerek karşılaşacağı yaptırımları görüşürler.
You are potentially facing a 10-day suspension or recommendation for expulsion.
Wait, potentially what?
For guns, weapons, and disruption. So I just need you to sign here stating that I presented you with this.
Wait.
So it's a 10-day suspension, potentially. So we have to talk afterwards, but it's a possible 10-day suspension with a recommendation for expulsion for weapons, specifically guns and disruption. Like I said, I'm just presented you with this right now. So I just we'll talk after you're finished writing, but I just need you to sign that I presented you with what you put.
But I feel like I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay. Well,
So why would I sign it? So I feel like I did nothing wrong.
are you refusing to sign?
No, I'm not refusing to sign.
So either sign or don't sign.
Well, what happens if I refuse to sign?
Then I just have Mrs. Ferguson witness that I presented you with this. It makes no difference. It actually makes no difference if you sign
Well, this is saying I acknowledged and I knew there was a policy
It doesn't
against.
say that. No, it doesn't say that. Just take a second to read through it.
But by checking it off, you're basically saying I knew there was a
It's-
policy against that.
it's saying
I didn't know
that-
there was a policy against not
Right,
parking
it's
like
saying
leaving
that
it.
you're facing a potential suspension and expulsion because of these violations. It doesn't say that you know what they were. It doesn't say any of that. So take a second to look at it to see what it actually says.
Should I have checked the school's policies before bringing the gun? Should I have looked through all the policies to make sure that I was allowed to bring it?
Yeah, but you would have to sign that. That's just acknowledgement. It's not saying that you're guilty or anything like that.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
just
I was
saying
gonna
that you
say,
received it.
I thought I was allowed to bring it in the parking lot.
I mean, regardless, you're gonna have to either sign it or don't sign it. But
You know what I mean? I thought I was allowed to bring a rifle in the parking lot.
Okay.
So that's where I'm coming from, alright? I'm just saying. Alright, it's fine.
You still writing?
Well, I'm just kind of explaining that I thought I was allowed to bring it, as long as I wasn't bringing it actually in the building. So I didn't check the policies before I brought the gun. That's why I brought it, by the way.
Okay.
I didn't it's literally the only reason, my only justification is I didn't check the policies. But I get how it sounds when you say this kid brought a gun to school in this modern age. It sounds like my only intentions were to shoot up the school, but my intentions weren't to shoot up the school. My intentions were to use it as a thing for a comfort thing, I think, to calm me down a little bit, and kind of a sentimental thing a little bit. Kind of a pacifier.
Kısa süre sonra müdür odaya geri gelir ve Nolan'a okuldan uzaklaştırılacağını açıklar.
Well, surely you can imagine having a gun on school property is a major issue. So I am suspending you for 10 days with a recommendation for expulsion. So what happens now is suspension will start tomorrow, and only the superintendent can determine whether or not to expel the student. So I'm recommending you for expulsion. Since you are also on a 504 plan, somebody from the special education department will be reaching out to you because we're going to have to hold what's called a manifestation determination meeting. But at this point, it is a 10-day suspension with a recommendation for expulsion for weapons, specifically a gun, and disruption of misconduct. I have to go fill out the rest of the paperwork.
I didn't disrupt anything.
The whole school was on lockdown, buddy. I'd call that about as big of a disruption as you could have.
Nolan, polis memuruyla tekrar tartışmaya çalışır ve okul otoparkına silah getirmesini engelleyen bir yasa olmadığını söyler.
So here's what we got.
Maybe the sergeant?
The
main guy?
I'm the detective here, so we talked to our prosecutor. He's the guy that kind of makes the law decisions, all right? It is against the law to bring a gun into what's called a safety zone or a school, right?
That's subjective.
What is subjective?
What you consider a safety zone.
Okay. So now's not going to be the time to contest it right now, okay? So basically what I'm telling you is we're going to end up charging you, okay? And you're 18 years old.
There's no law against that. Bringing a gun on the school property, there's no law. There's no statute.
I'm telling you there is.
It's a policy, not a law.
No, there's a state law in Ohio. There's also another. Okay. So like I said, we just talked to our prosecutor. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to come with us. We're going to handcuff you until we get you outside to a cruiser. Because there's a lot of people going on. We want to save you any kind of...
There's no law against bringing a gun. It's a policy. There's no... show me the statute. There's no statute.
I told you before. I assure you there is an actual law. We'll show it to you when we get to the station. I mean, it's not... We're not making it up. We're trying to...
I think you are making it up.
No, we're trying to accommodate you...
I'll do you a favor.
In a good way.
For you right now.
But you said safety zone. So how am I supposed to know this is a safety zone?
A safety zone is any school property and/or school bus stop.
Does it say safety zone is and/or school property?
School.
I don't think it does.
Yeah,
School
it does.
Safety zone.
School safety zone is defined as any school property.
Illegal conveyance or possession of deadly weapon.
So that's what you're getting charged with, as well as something called inducing panic, okay? We can explain all that to you. We're going to formally serve you some charges, but for right now, you're going to have to come with us. We're going to walk you out to a police car. We're going to handcuff you there. And one of the things I want to do before we take you out there is read you what's called your Miranda rights, okay? Because probably once we get to jail...
Before I brought the gun, I looked it up, and there was no law against bringing any school property.
Like I said, this is not the time to argue about it, okay? This is just what's happening, okay?
I feel like that statute
So before
is
okay. Before you say anything else, I want to read you what's called your Miranda rights, okay?
Okay.
So, because we're about to place you under arrest, okay? You have the right to remain silent.
Hakları okunduktan sonra Nolan tutuklanır ve dışarı çıkarılır.
We're going to go over to this car right here. See that car with the number 6234? That's the car we're going to. The sooner you get in that car, the better off we'll all be. Okay?
I'm just saying, I'm really nice to...
I understand that. It's not...
I give people food for free. I don't have to get people to hit me.
I understand that.
Nolan, okul güvenlik bölgesinde ölümcül silah bulundurmakla suçlandı ve 1 yıldan fazla hapis cezasıyla karşı karşıya kalabilirdi. Ancak Rosen'in dava süreci mahkemeye gitmeden önce 14 Aralık 2023'te Diversion programına yönlendirilmiştir. Bu program, düşük seviyeli suçlar için suçlamaların düşürülmesi ve sabıka kaydının temizlenmesi amacıyla uygulanan bir yöntemdir. Rose'nin durumu onun suçlu olmadığı anlamına gelmemekle birlikte mahkeme süreci ve cezai sonuçlardan muaf tutulmasını sağlamıştır. İzlediğiniz için teşekkürler. Suçluların zekasıyla polisleri kandırdığı videoma solda çıkan videoya tıklayarak ulaşabilirsiniz. Herkese iyi günler dilerim.